Tester, tester. We got the counteroffensive has come upon us. We're gonna see actually how long we're gonna actually even be able to do this live because my tablet's all fucking screwed. Gotta get the screen fixed. I mean, I'm gonna do it. Just gotta, you know, let go. All right. So, like I said, you read the title. Like a Bakhmut level battle against these bugs has begun in the garden. I've done a counteroffensive. I've absolutely obliterated my garden in Diatomaceous earth clouds. Absolute clouds. So, in case people don't know, my garden is a triangle, and we already got this thing all fucked up. So, like I say, we got that plant here that was growing, and a bunch of other ones all scattered around. And then, of course, I've got the pyramid. You know that. We got some mint all around this. So I've hit it with the mint yesterday. As you saw that mint tea video, if you've seen that video, loaded it down with mint tea. And like we said, this is our main target plant would be right here. We're gonna blasted that one. I got like a bag of this food grade diatomaceous earth, and it's safe for like maybe not, I don't know if it's food grade, but it's like safe for animals and all that. Farm grade, big bag like cement. I have used just about all that bag, and I'm going to use the rest of that bag. And I have done taking a, I guess you'd say dustpan, been loading it up and just hucking that right over. And we've had some clouds of diatomaceous earth, like busting through this motherfucker like this. All through there, man. All through there, all through there. Clouds bigger than my freaking house. It went above the house. Fucking clouds in the sky, just going off. There was that much. Of course, you know, I had to wear like protective mask and all that shit and clean myself off. And it was quite the ordeal. And right now, they're completely covered in this shit like it's Pompeii out there. And what I'm going to do now with this thing is I've looked at my apple tree, and yep, they've attacked the apple tree too. Like I expected, these things came from the apple tree, laid their eggs in my garden over the winter. And from my research online, these bastards, the leaf miners, there's all different types, but they get active around 59 degrees, 60 degrees, and that's when they start to hatch. And they hatch even faster in 80-degree weather. So I'd say, yeah, right around that time, 59, 40 degrees, I had my netting on it, netted them all in. Previous year, apple tree right next to there. They lay eggs in the soil. Those hatch. Now, I should have done a control burn of the mound. Now, I suggest people do this each year they burn. They burn their entire grow area. Just burn it. Just set it on fire by like putting a bunch of debris there, like plant dried up plant leaves and twigs and stuff, and then just rake in the fire all over the shit. Just like burn your entire mound. Kill any eggs these bastards might be laying on there. So I've got down here, I got plants completely covered in this stuff. Even the ones that didn't have any damage yet from them. I wasn't messing around. I went full throttle, wha-boom, wha-boom, wha-boom. Under the leaf, over the leaf. It's completely covered. All of them. Inside those motherfuckers. So, yeah, I was hoping it was going to rain. You know what I mean? Get some raindrops coming down and kind of like wash it all away. You know what I mean? But it looks like it might do that at 7. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably put my sprinkle on to get kind of a gentle washing effect now coming over these leaves to where it's gonna fan and fan back. Or I could take my sprayer and kind of mist it off and let the leaves on the upper part breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? Let them. I mean, they can breathe. Like, but like this will actually probably be really healthy for the plant. If you look up diatomaceous earth and plants, they love it. So this will be kind of interesting. And uh, what I'm saying here is, you know, the leaf miners, they go in the leaf, right? But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to prevent new leaf miners from fucking with the fucking thing and laying eggs in the leaves and wanting to do that. They've got like the apple tree, so they're gonna be moving on to that and get them the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? And create like a situation on the plants to where it's not hospitable for them to want to even be there. Now, the next course of action is going to be neem on. I'm going to neem them motherfuckers, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to, you know, let this do its thing, and then I'm pretty sure I might just give a little dash of neem to even maybe fuck up anything in the leaf. That is one way. But first, I'm going to call up Pure Crop One. I'm going to talk to Pure Crop One Associates, and I'm going to see what they have to say with their stuff against leaf miners. I'm pretty sure they can make up a cocktail for me for leaf miners. I've spoken to them about making special cocktails, and they'll ask you what your plant is, and then they'll kind of whatever, right? So I'm pretty sure leaf miner they'll do it for leaf miners, and even spray on soils. So first I'm gonna go with that Pure Crop One, see if I can do it. Again, this is one of the years where I haven't used Pure Crop One. I usually will give it some sprays of that stuff. Even if I don't see anything, I'll just spray it. But like, I guess it's good to do that. I should probably re-up on the Pure Crop One. And looking at the weather, luckily, I mean, let's bring the weather up again. I believe that was down here. Now I've got a different screen here. So again, I mean, we got weather coming up around 6 p.m. just for a little bit, and then we got a small amount of rain. Oh wow! Actually, you know what? Tomorrow's pretty good. 12 p.m. So I may just lightly. I might just leave that on my plants. I'm gonna judge to see how my plants look, and how much has blown off in the wind. Because lucky for me, it didn't get like all like soupy. It didn't. My plants weren't wet. They were dry. So I got like a nice dry like powdering over everything, all over the ground. Every little bit of the ground's covered. And like I said, I'm going to use the rest of that bag. So an entire freaking cement bag of diatomaceous earth was just, well, almost all of it was put. I'm going to put the rest on it once we get through with this. And then it looks like Thursday we got pretty good. Just a little sun and a little clouds. Friday, sun and clouds. Saturday, sun and clouds. Sunday, we got a lot of rain. We got rain, a lot of fucking rain. Monday, not too bad. Clouds, not too much rain. And then 4th is good. It's cloudy. Tiny amount of rain on the 5th. And tiny amount of rain on the 6th. Things look like they're kind of getting better. I hope it gets better weather-wise. I really do. And looks like, I don't know, how will July be? I have no idea. But that's just something I'm just gonna have to deal with now. Let's put some music on. I'm gonna take some dabs and all right. I'm loading the dab. I'm gonna heat up my banger. I'm just gonna get my bang. All right, yeah. So another thing I'm going to discuss is my future here, and what I'm actually going to do. Am I going to stay here, or am I going to relocate the entire grow? And as of now, I'm thinking bail, relocate. I'm thinking about I'm gonna be serious about this. I'm pretty serious about weed. I'm pretty serious about growing, and I'm actually thinking about selling this place and getting something better for a place where it's not completely surrounded by woods. I'm in the woods. Like I'm in the shit. I'm in the middle of the woods. There's like nothing around me, and that's part of the problem with these bugs, man. The nature is fighting me. I'm battling nature. I got wolves all around me. Now, fertile wise with the garden and shit, like my vegetable garden's fucking awesome, dude. Dude, if I spread like a half-inch layer of that like manure shit over my grass just to like get the grass out of there, and I put some plants down, I could probably feed most of the state. Maybe not most of the state. I could supply a supermarket with the amount of food this grows, and with just little work it took me to do. Absolute little work it took me to do. Vegetable wise, I love the ground. I love this area. I love it. Hemp wise, in the weed wise, growing like it sucks, man. It's not that good, you know. No, I would say it's good. I take that back. I grow some like incredible plants, man. People probably would say they wish their plants were like mine. Some people don't have the space to even do it. So on a level like that, okay, I guess you could say it's not too bad. But on the crust of like, I mean, I'm in like bug world here. I'm in the middle of the woods, and I'm at constant war with these like bugs, and it's just annoying the hell out of me. And now with these leaf miners and shit, like everything else I can control. Leaf miners, I guess, aren't a big deal, but I'm seeing my other grow. I'm seeing the beach grow, and I'm like, I'm not seeing any problems with it. I have like, as like I'm looking at it, and there's no bugs biting it. I know later in the year you can get some moth problems and shit like everywhere else, but like it's like an area where I can actually like confine. I could put plastic over that, which I'm planning on doing that. I could pretty much make that the grow for this year. And worst case scenario, if like I lose the battle against these fuckers, then I still have that garden up there, which isn't a bad thing. And I can just like ditch this place or even like rent it out. Keep the garden growing vegetables. Throw some seed down of weed seed, just let it grow, and like live somewhere else to grow weed. Which I think I'm leaning towards that to make my life so much easier. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buy the land, and it's just gonna be like a weed thing. It's just gonna be for weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I do it and I grow, I don't have to be in my garden all the time, especially if there's no bugs or and shit. Like if it's clean, like I don't need to worry, man. So in fact, when I'm not in the garden, it grows the best, right? I mean, I guess that's because you're not seeing it every day and it looks bigger because you're seeing it all the time and whatever. But, all right, let's get this dab going, I guess. Heating up the banger. So that's like kind of the first part of the update with my channel for any long-term subscribers that like. No, it's gonna continue. This isn't gonna end. These trials and tribulations. I'm smart enough to know that I can have like a better place, even though I did put a lot of time on this mound and a lot of shit on this mound. Like for the future people that grow there, they're gonna have an awesome site to grow plants, man. A really, really nice place to grow. It's gonna be an awesome spot. I could even put a fruit tree right in that spot. Or like I said, I'm just gonna keep it wild, man. But you know what I mean? You sell the house. I can't guarantee the people that buy it are just gonna say let wild plants grow. They odds are it'll never happen. Once this place is sold, um, there's they're not gonna fucking want weed unless I find someone that likes weed and stuff. But they're gonna probably grow their own shit. Kill the males. There are few people that are like me that would actually go through with making seed and doing all that, letting it seed, growing the males out. And then like ASAP. I refuse to let the leaf miners kill that awesome big plant. I don't know what's in that plant, but they love that one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm taking a clone of that thing. I'm gonna clone the fucker. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, and I'm gonna take that clone the fuck out of this area. And then I'm gonna take that male I got growing. I'm gonna take a clone of the male. I'm also get the fuck out of there. I'm gonna move it to a clean spot site. I'm gonna grow them out, and I'm gonna get the seed like I planned on getting the seed. Cause I'm not into making the seed from this plant getting bit up and shit. Like I think I might have won. I think looking up the way the leaf miners work, they're only gonna be fucking it up. They fuck it up for like weeks and weeks. So I only recently taken the screen off and just let the guys get out. Like it's only been days for me. It hasn't even been a week. So I fucking doused them. I fucking obliterated it with diatomaceous earth. Clouds you wouldn't believe. That scared me. But the stuff's safe. Showered and cleaned up afterwards. And now this could have been the solution. I may have done it. And then adding Pure Crop 1, I think will help a lot too. Because when I remember Pure Crop 1, I do believe that is a technology in there that it does enter the leaf, and they claimed that it would get rid of the leaf miners. So I think my solution to this will be Pure Crop 1 in the end. And I used to spray that all the time on with my plants, and it's something I stopped doing. And now I'm seeing this, so maybe it's something I should do. I'm going to have to do. But again, I mean, do I want to be battling this shit like this? I mean, okay, the beach spot's cool, the beach spot's awesome, but even that, it's very limited. Now, I like my neighbor, I have family that's my neighbor there too. So, my uncle, he doesn't practice organic like I practice organic. So, he puts stuff on his lawn and stuff, and I'm always telling him, man, don't use that junk. Stop using that shit. It's not good for you. You know what I mean? It's not good for him. You know what I'm saying? I just can't convince the boomers not to use that stuff. But they like to use stuff for their lawns to make it nice and green shit. But I'm like, man, I'm just looking and saying, he even said he'll have me grow in there. But I can't grow in there. He's ruining the soil, you know what I mean? If I was to do it, I'd have to completely dig everything out. I don't even know if I would do it. To me that's poisoned. You know what I mean? I don't put shit down on my shit. My shit's organic, you know what I mean? The craziest I get is Pure Crop 1 or neem oil is the craziest. I don't like chemicals. There's some shit that I could spray on my plants that would get rid of those bugs like that with chemicals. It would go right in the leaf and it would kill them. But I'm not a chemical grower, and I don't grow with chemicals. And I'd rather it die out than I wouldn't even smoke it. I wouldn't want to smoke it with chemicals. You know what I'm saying? And so luckily though, the second site is good, and I would say like if you're gonna put 10% per, if every plant in this garden that I have here is 10%, I'd say I've got like 90% of my plants left. It's pretty much just that one plant they're fucking with. You know what I mean? And I see them like landing on and shit. I have killed the leaf miners. The actual adults, they were on the other plants. I got that little moth-looking little fucker. I crushed him, and not because that then I was worried. I'm like, shit, the motherfucker laid eggs, right? The motherfucking eggs. So, but the diatomaceous earth in the cloud, I covered every little bit of that fucking thing. So, and I also sprayed them with the before this. Before this, I did the nematodes. So I got nematodes specifically that kill the eggs of the leaf miners and shit. They go after the leaf miners and they kill them. So I specifically got them. I not only did I put it all over the ground, I covered the plants with it, leaves included, right? So then I did the mint, and then I did the Diatomaceous Earth Cloud. So, and now I'm gonna finish it off with the I believe Pure Crop One. I guess you gotta talk to him before I order it just to confirm. Just to confirm it'll take care of these fuckers, and then we'll be Pure Crop wanting. So the thing with leaf miners is there's a whole different types of them. There's all different types of them. Some that go in the leaf, some that go outside the leaf, or miners. You know what mining means? It means they go in the leaf. So if it's a leaf miner, it means it's inside the leaf. I was talking to one of the bug experts I buy my shit from today. We were talking about like the game plan and shit and different wasps. He's got these wasps that should attack it, but they're expensive wasps. 250 wasps are gonna cost me $87 plus shipping. I think that's kind of expensive. So I'm going to go with the Pure Crop One, and then if I'm gonna order wasps, I want the wasps that kill the moths. I'm gonna order the moth wasps and just let them fuck up all moths in the area. I haven't released moths because they're pollinators and butterflies are pollinators, and I don't just like to wipe everything out. You know what I mean? But once it gets to that time of the year, all the fruit's done, all the seeds made from all the plants around nature, I'm gonna hit them with them, and then put the net on my thing during flower and hit them with more, and then put the tarp over them that I got. I'm gonna get the greenhouse poles and all that shit, and bend the pipe. Actually, bend pipe to do it. I only need 3 of them. It shouldn't cost much. The anchors are cheap, and I can get that going. So now that's on that. Now, in terms of property and where I'd like to be with a grow site, well, sad to say for Massachusetts is not the place I'm going to be doing it. It's just why do it? It's too restrictive, and property and land costs too much here. You know what I mean? Plus, if I'm already dealing with bugs here, I want to move north. I'm going up north, and I'm not afraid of the cold. I'm not afraid of growing in a different way. I already figured a new way of growing, and it actually was something my mother, who lives up north, and my father figured out. When I visited them, I noticed they had in their raised beds, they had these nice domes and shit. Can I reset? They had these nice raised beds, and they got these like domes, and they put plastic over it, and harshest winters, and I swear in like January, they had like vegetables and stuff growing inside their garden area because it was like they began to sprout and shit because that weather condition was different inside of there. Even though it was like severe radical temperatures outside, we had one of the worst winters. And then in spring, all you gotta do is lift the plastic off, and then you have like a complete full garden, and it starts growing even more. You got vegetables early, man. Shit, she got vegetables before I even had plants coming out of the ground this year, and I'm like 2 states down from her. It blew my mind away. Now my cannabis was growing, but that wasn't under a dome or anything, right? Now think about this. Imagine if you put your weed under one of these domes, and you could start them even earlier. You wouldn't need to have like special seeds that can withstand the cold. You could put them under there, under these little domes, and like start the weed plants, right? And then take this off. They'll be full plants by I would say spring. You'll have some giant plants in there, and then they'll just take the freak off. You won't have to really do much. And I think that's the way to go right there. Just create your own environment under these little like dome things. Now, the thing is, I don't know how fast it's going to grow under there, and if it's going to start bumping into this. But I guess you could always have it bend over or whatever. Trial and error. You have to figure out when to time it right. But I think this is the way to do it. So, heck, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it like this up north. So I'm not even scared about like getting some property and having it be really cold. Because, like I said, there's people way up there, um, and they got some plants, man. And the plants grow even better. They're like the sun's different further up, even in the cold. Like there's some fucked up shit going up north, man. Like you can see it from like different growers in the community, like from Michigan and shit. It's different. The sun is like almost like it stays up till like 4 in the morning or some shit. It's like weird shit happens. Like so it's like I don't know. I've seen some different sort of outdoor magic going on up there, and I'm gonna say this: I am incredibly impressed with the way like Massachusetts ground can grow vegetables. I'm just it just blows my mind away, and I almost don't want to leave because I could like fill my whole yard up, like acres. I could fill acres of my yard. That's stupid grass and dumb shit, and I could fill it up with vegetables, man. Like just grow it easily. Like I can't believe how big everything is growing, and I really haven't done much to it. I feed some fish fertilizers and shit like that. Alaskan fish fertilizer on my garden, CalMag, and fucking pure protein, and maybe throw a little Epsom salt. I don't know. The CalMag probably did more than that. Uh, that's it. Maybe some wood ash, a little bit of that. I'm telling you, man, that's fucking whatever's like how this works here. Like, I don't know. Massachusetts is also where the colony started, and they were able to survive here coming off a boat from England and land here and just start growing in the ground. There's something in the ground. It's really good here. But the main problem is the fucking pests in this area. Really bad pests. And it's the weathers can be chaotic in Massachusetts. Like it's a blessing and it's a curse. Like everywhere is like, oh my god, it's drought. We don't have any water. And I'm complaining, wow, it's like been weeks with nothing but rain for weeks. A whole month of rain. And it comes to like end of June and it's still rain. And I see into July rain. And I'm like, oh, finally looks like, I hope it's starting to clear up. But I mean, it's not helping my plants. I don't know if it's helping. I think it might be helping leaf miners too. I I think the leaf miners like this weather. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. One thing that likes the weather is the vegetable garden. Though those like you can't overwater them or some shit. Like it's not like hemp, man. Those pumpkins love it. Every time it gets watered, they fucking go crazy. I'm not even gonna have to mow the lawn. They're gonna cover up a great portion over there. I'll have to mow everywhere the garden is, but there's way too much to mow. That's why I want to cover everything with fucking vegetables, pumpkins, spread them out. They'll cover everything up. And I got so many fucking wolves, foxes, and coyotes around. They'll fucking keep the animals away. I got deer, but they'll eat pumpkin. The deer love the pumpkin or the shit. Like I would throw like when I get pumpkin every year, I throw it out for the deer, and they eat that shit, and they chew on that shit for so long, man. They'll get the pumpkin rinds, and they'll just chew, 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 and they'll chew that down, and then they'll chew it down even more. And then when you think that there's nothing left of the rind, they'll get it down to the paper of the friggin' of the pumpkin, like the skin. It's crazy how they do it. And I set up trail cams, and I've caught so many cool wild animals and shit. And I've caught a wolf. I've caught coyotes. I've caught foxes. My neighbor caught a bear. Black bear, man. I got the shit. He eats my took tree and all that shit. He comes to my trees and eats the fruit off them. Pain in the ass. Now did the bear flip my gardening tent? No way, because we had some real bad wind. I still have to check the security footage. No, it definitely was not a bear. That was some crazy wind, though. So what else we got? Like owls, hawks, giant fucking water fucking birds, man. What a pain in the ass those motherfuckers are. Those bastards, they killed one of my fish. I walk by and I see the fucking thing just flying off. And I look in the fucking pond, and it had speared one of my fucking smaller fish, my little one, and it didn't make it. So I had to get a net with some poles and stick a whole net over that thing so the fuckers can't get in. But yeah, what are they called? Like they're like it's not a crane, it's like a water herring or something. It's got like huge legs, huge bill. It almost looks like a pelican, but it's just giant, man, with a pointy beak, and they go whoosh in the water and try to spear your fish and scoop them up. Little fucking bastards. They used to get the fish in the other pond over there I used to have when I had the smaller one. They used to kill my frogs and leave them on the ground. I used to piss me off. Because it wouldn't eat them, it would just kill them and just leave the frog. And I was like, you bastard. And what stopped it was you get that friggin' mesh stuff. You stick it over there, they can't get in it. Little bastards. What else have I seen here? Man, there's too much stuff. A freaking what are those things called? It's a badger. Fucking giant badgers are fucking crazy here. The weasels. We got fucking weasels, man. They tell you never trust the fucking weasel. Yeah, you never trust the weasel. You kind of do a little kissy face at it when you see it. They'll come close to you, man. They'll act like they're all your friend and your buddy, but you go and get trusted, it'll fucking bite down. Those little fuckers will bite you. Man, we got turkey vultures. Those things look creepy in the trees, man. Look like fucking big fucking death birds and shit with like ugly faces and heads, man. We got bald eagles. Rabbits, of course. Very few rabbits this year. I've only seen one. We got woodchucks. I haven't seen any this year. They're all dead from the wild dogs, I guess you could call them. I'll make a video. I'll show you some of the bones these dogs leave around my yard and shit. It's kind of crazy what they do. I don't know what it means when they leave their bones around. I think that means like it's their territory. They sleep there. But I'll show you the habitat they've got. It's pretty cool. I got some foxholes back there too. Some asshole put up a hunting thing back there, but he hasn't used it. And it's right in front of a foxhole. But the thing is, it's not my property though. That part of the woods. So I'm like, that little fucker's trying to kill him, you know. But I don't know. I guess whatever. I kind of feel bad for the little guys. I don't mind the fox and stuff. Like they keep the fucking annoying leaf eaters away. They also protect the area because like it's too dangerous to come around here at night. I like it. It's way too dangerous, man. You see them during the day, it's crazy. I used to post video of them, but dude, that wolf though, I got a legit wolf. Now there've been debate on if I've had wolves on the videos. Some of them I posted in the past, but like, dude, I got a legit fucking wolf, man. Legit, dude. And we've seen a golden wolf too. I've captured I've had a witness spotting of the giant black cougar cat thing. It's giant. It's a lion. It was like I've heard Twisted Roots talk about the lion he's got, and like it was. I'd have to say the description is exactly the same. Like this thing was like fucking crazy, and I'll give that fucking sighting a little description over here. You'll have a story after this dab. Cheers. So, the lion story. I believe it was like 2015. I was here at this house. I was here with my ex-wife. That was when I had my first wife. Um, and it was like pitch black. I was coming out of the bulkhead, right? I have a bulkhead. I was coming out of it, and I got a big wood pile on the side. So I'm walking around outside and around. And I believe I just smoked in the basement, and I was coming up and around, and I was going to go back in. And I forget why I went outside. There was a reason why I went outside. I can't remember what it was. Maybe I had a garden too then or some shit. I don't know. So I was walking around that wood pile, and I was within 1 foot of the thing. I walked out in front, and I was, I'd say 1.5 feet from the wood pile, going around it, like wood for like burning wood, and on top of the pile was a freaking cat. I didn't see it at the time though. I didn't see it when I passed it, but I went like right past it. Like man, I don't know. That thing was within 1.5 feet of me, and when I passed it, and the pile kind of turned. Uh, I was kind of like so let me reset this. So we got the wood pile like right here. The big motherfucking cat was like his head was either on this side or his head was on this side. Actually, nope. Let's reset that because I know where his head was. So we had the big cat and he's like right here, tail there. I know, not a good rendition. That's the fucking cat right there. It was motherfucking huge. And this is like, picture this, it was like 5 feet off the ground in that pile. Well, maybe not 5 feet off the ground, like 3 feet off the ground. 3 foot wood pile. So he's about like, I'm like right here. He's like right there. You know what I mean? We're like that. And I'm going like this, and traveling around the pile like this. Now when I get to like right here, and like me and him, like I'm like here and sideways. So I'm like I like see him like this. I'm like, holy crap. And then it stands up, and I measured how far it jumped. It jumped over 15 feet this way. And it didn't even look like it jumped like that difficult, like a little leap. It landed 15 feet, man. 15 feet. I'm not kidding you. Its tail was so freaking huge. It's standing up, and with its head, had to have been like 5 feet. Like from the height of its head standing up. Like 5 fucking feet. This thing was a friggin' lion, and it was black, and it was the biggest motherfucker I've ever seen. And I'm sorry to have to say shit like that, but dude, this thing was huge. All I've got to say is that. And he runs off. No one believes me. No one believes me. And then, like, I didn't think anyone was going to believe me. And then one day, like, I had people visiting, and they saw it. And they said, I can't believe what I just saw. I just saw a black lion. I said, he saw it. And I made the person tell other people, and they're like, whoa, I guess Steve did see a lion. And, that thing was probably waiting for a deer to walk by and just, like, maul him. And I was like, shh. Dude, I was probably very lucky that thing didn't just tear me to shreds. But I don't know. I've also seen videos of these things pretty friendly to humans. And you could watch the episode of Trailer Park Boys. And I wonder if I can play that little clip. Wouldn't that be funny? Trailer Park Boys when he had the big cat. That is actually really funny. Copyright strike. How could they do it? As long as they're a show, I think. I could just like oh, you know, I should have went to YouTube to before writing this in, but let's see what comes up. Yeah, big fucking cat, dude. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, Bubba's liking kitties. But where is it? There was a big fucking cat, man. Kitty, man. I guess that would be like a cougar or something. Well, you get my point. There's this fucking... Apparently, you know, sometimes these shows can be a little accurate to reality. And apparently, sometimes these cats don't really mind humans. Now, I did hear a little beep. And did you hear that beep? I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. I just got a little beep. Apparently, we are still live. 44 minutes. Oh, man. Wow. I wonder if that means I was getting flagged or some shit. Playing this. I should probably just step away from all funny shit, I guess. Alright. Let's get some new. We're gonna do another dab. I'm gonna close this out in a little bit, but I'm just gonna wrap up. I guess the whole point in this video is to inform people that yes, there are greater things on the horizon, and I do plan on like I believe aborting, like just like not this year. I'm gonna play out this year, and then I'm gonna throw some seed down. And I think the seed I'm gonna toss down will be the seed that I pulled up this year that I didn't grow up or let do its thing, and then I'm going to throw down to see I make this year down to that mound. And I'm just gonna let it live wild and do whatever the fuck it does. I'm gonna board here. Bugs, have fun. Plants, you're on your own. You know what I mean? I'll fertilize it every once in a while, maybe prune it back. I don't know. Make sure that there's not too many of them. It's on its own. I'm gonna let it go wild, and I'm gonna focus on here the vegetable garden, and at some point I'm gonna wait till the markets go crazy again, and they're going nuts. The housing market's up, which it's still up, but I want it to go nuts. I want ape shit crazy. Once this war is over in Ukraine and things get back to normal and shit, sell this place and then get like some really nice land. But as of now, I can focus on my beach site and getting that smaller garden, but more care can be done to that thing. And I think that we're on track to have this channel continue, and you won't have to worry. Even if there's even more changes to the location or anything like that, there ain't gonna be any change to the shit. It's still gonna be the same old good stuff. Now, people might want to have some questions on how I got my tea the other day up so high in the ppm. How did I get it to like over? That was over 1,170 ppm, just from 3 days of soaking, just like cut grass, like cut with some scissors and a lot of the mint, the spearmint, peppermint rather, um, that I grow. Well, basically, I added a tiny amount of, and I might say, meh, um, just like maybe a half a teaspoon residue of the pure protein. That was whatever was left in like a cup. I was just rinsed it out in there, and like the Boogie Brew Master Jedi says, he recommends adding just a tiny bit of that to your teas, and it'll help like supercharge the things to break down stuff quicker and feed on the plant breaking down and all that stuff, and just you don't want too much. See, now you gotta listen to him. If you have too much, it'll just eat all your shit in your tea. Your tea will be completely eaten up. Like there's things you gotta do about it, but I don't know. And we got a big order of Boogie Brew coming in. I got a one of his Grow Your Green secret deal website deals on the. I got like 16 pounds of the Boogie Brew tea coming. I got like the large 4-quart black fry frass, and that's another thing I'm going to be using to combat the bugs. Problem is, I'm not getting it till next Wednesday, right? Or this Wednesday, and I won't be able to use it for a little bit. Well, actually, no, it's next Wednesday. Sorry, I was right. So, I'll have the black fly frass, and when I apply that to the plants as a foliar and in the ground, they will no longer want to come. Bugs won't even want to be near my plants at that point. Now, I always use that every year, but this year I ran out. I totally ran out. I may only have like a teaspoon left, and I was just using those for my little ones. You know what I mean? Because they love it. Like, so we'll get that going, and we'll have that. That'll definitely help. That's part of the whole wave of attacks I'm doing on my garden, to just utterly defeat these. I don't know what you'd call them. They're leaf miners. There's a whole broad definition of them. It's not just one bug. There's the beetles. There's like little wasp-looking ones. There's the moth-looking ones. And the ones that I've been killing were the moth-looking ones. And what else? I've seen the wasp-looking ones too. But I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. I'm going to have to then use the pure crop one also. So we got it all planned out. These bugs will have they'll have no play anymore. They won't be able to do shit. Again, I'm a little late to getting on this with them, but it just took me a while to identify exactly what was going on until I killed them, and because I was looking and I had to kill them. I knew there were miners because I saw the trails. If you remember an early video, I said, "Hey, look, I got leaf miners." At that moment, I should have started treating it. I ignored the problem, thinking, I don't know, nature would do its thing. But I forgot one problem. I had the net on it. So what I basically did was I had like leaf miners that were just forced. They had no other choice but to attack my plants because they were in the net. With the net off, now I just have to deal with the damage they did, eradicate them to, you don't want these anymore. There's a nice apple tree there, and there's all sorts of other good shit out there. And everything's covered with DT. Complete utter chaos, like Pompeii level um, coating of DT on everything. Underneath, over it. Like, dude, I was filling the dustpan up with fucking diatomaceous earth, and I was launching them right into plants. And the dust cloud was huge. It's like, dude, there's nothing that's gonna survive that. Now, the fuckers that are in the leaves, good. But, you know, I made an environment they don't want to be in. And I'm going to keep that environment fucking them up. And, you know, my plants may be like, ah, oh, shit. But, you know, they'll absorb the diatomaceous earth. There's shit in there that helps them get stronger and stuff. Like, if you look up plants in diatomaceous earth, like, I don't know. Is it a silicate in there? There's something weird in it. Like that, can be beneficial to the plant. So, what the fuck? You know what I mean? They just got to deal with, I've done this before in the plants. I believe before I was trying to combat it with the wasps, one of the things I would do to just fuck up any caterpillar that just might be in your freaking shit is you just take a little bit of that, like a baseball throw, dried, powdered, diatomaceous earth right into the plant, cloud it all up. Dude, they're not going to like it, man. You just set a cloud in there. And then here's what I like. And then when it rains or you wash the top of the leaf, the diatomaceous earth remnants stay on the bottom of the leaf. And then that helps any of those fuckers that, because that's what usually where they like to go, is the bottom of the leaf. So it kind of like deters them. It like, it fucks them up. It stops the activities. I don't know what else to say about that. But here's what I'm going to be looking for. When I'm looking for like property, I'm going to need a clean environment. I'm going to need totally clean. I'm going to need to spend some time there. I don't want to have to find a place in the woods again. I'm looking for just land. I'm looking for just like a stretch of land that I can maybe build a little cabin and have it just a farm. And I go there every once in a while and tend them, type of thing. Not looking for a place where I actually have to have a huge house or anything crazy like that. Or I'm just looking for a bit of land and I can like fence it all in, get it all legal and good, and then have like a legitimate grow operation up there where I can just have these things growing, right? And because I can say here, it's a little crazy with the wind and all that. It's nuts. And now dealing with this, I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't know. Massachusetts is awesome growing though. I must say it. There's places out west you can get, but I don't like the bugs in this state. The bugs are nasty. The bugs are tough. Like I never really had an aphid problem. Never really had anything else. The worst I've seen has been like moths and caterpillars up here. But again, I fucked those up with the trichogramma wasps, predator wasps. Those things, they'll fuck them up. And you know, they got the predator wasp for the leaf miners, but those cost a pretty penny. They're expensive. So I might just have to throw down $160 because I'm not going to spend 80. I'm not going to spend $87 on 250 of them when I can spend 160 and get more of them. I'm just going to do that and get the larger dose of them, and then that's what I'm going to do with them. I'd rather it work than get too little and it not work. You know what I mean? And have to get even more. Let's just get this over with. Let's just hit him what we hit him with. We're gonna hit him with everything. And I should probably just document every step I'm doing, because people might be out there and they might be battling the same thing. I noticed I see a bunch of people that were like all hyped up about showing their gardens this year, but I haven't seen them post anything. They've been all months ago. They said they were, and now you don't hear anything of it. I think what happened is too much rain, and the bugs got them, and they just don't. They just may have given up. So maybe if I make these videos, people just won't give up. Like, you can't give up. Like, there's a solution to everything. Like, I didn't give up last year when I kept building my tent and putting the plastic over my plants. I had the best year, but it took a lot of hard work putting the plastic on it, taking the plastic off it, putting it on it before it rains, taking it off, because you have to take it off because it'll just get humid under there. You want it to breathe, you know what I mean? And then by the end of it, I kind of had to keep it on, had fans all in there. I even stuck a dehumidifier in there. It didn't do shit because it's outside, but in that tent, I tried it, the outside one, and man, dude, it's like war, man. It's like battle. It's like a battle, and you gotta keep fighting. And if you give up, then you lose. If you don't give up, you won't lose. You won't lose. I mean, another thing I did, I leaf stripped all the shit. Once I found out, okay, these things are in the leaf and they're doing this, leaf strip everything that has that. Because, dude, I got a leaf strip and then do the shit to it, right? So now I know I should have done it. Instead of keeping the leaves on it and saying they fucked the leaf up, no, they're in the leaf fucking it up. So you know what? That's just my bad for not doing the research I should have done. So proper things are being done. I'm going to take a clone of it, like I said, and I'm going to get this thing nice and healthy and grown right, and it's going to breed. And I'm not going to go doing all this crazy fucking weird shit. By that I mean I'm not going to try breeding with the plant that's getting bitten by fucking bugs and getting all fucked up. I'm going to take a clone of that and I'm going to grow it. I'm going to take a clone of the male. I'm going to grow them both, and I'm just going to have them have a nice little healthy breed. You know what I mean? Because they still got the genetics, but I don't want these fuckers. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like to have a nice clean fucking thing. Now, it is still early. We still got a month ahead of us. The tent is off. Things are being done to fix the situation. My apple tree is full of apples, and that's what they love to go after. There's all these trips of apples out. There's all these different other shit. They're going to go for that. I found about some plants that you can plant in your area. There are trap plants that they'll all go to that plant, and they won't fuck your other plants up. And that's what you need to do. You need to get these plants that attract them to them instead of your plants that are being fucked up, like hemp and whatever else. So, that's another thing that I'm going to try adding, which is a cheap thing I can do, is buy some of these, like, I got them written down. It's a type of flowering plant that these things love. And if I put that in there or in the area, they'll all go there instead, and it'll attack that instead of attacking my plant. See what I'm saying? But again, they're gonna want the apple tree. If they're apple tree like moth things, they're gonna want that. And That's the ultimate solution to the problem. Now, states that I'm gonna move to, there's only one state that I'm planning on moving to. I'm gonna move Maine. Maine's gonna be the place that I go to. Up and coming in just popularity, I think. Um, it's pretty good. There's a lot of nice freedoms up here, and you're still in New England. A nice connection to the sea with good seafood and shit. I like it. I like it. So, whereas Massachusetts, you got like, I don't know. They got the Cape and all. They got Gloucester and the city ocean is just gross, man. Boston Harbor and all that, that's nasty water. That's dirty, contaminated pollution. That's like Maine is not really that polluted. It's not. It hasn't gotten as gross as some of the places in Mass are. When you go further east you go, the worse it gets. With I don't know, just like I guess that's what happens in like urban environments and city environments. But like out in the country areas and stuff in Mass, like man, it's beautiful. Some of the most beautiful land out west. So, like I said though, I mean, I'm just gonna have to deal with the same bugs in the same state and the same shit. I'm just gonna go up north. I think I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So, plus all my cousins and stuff live up here. So it's ultimately the better place. I'm gonna take a final dab, and I'm gonna end this explanation video, and I'm going to play a game of Fortnite, and then spray off my weed plants a little bit, mist them down. Hopefully those bastards will realize it's not the environment they want to be in. Move on. That's what they're getting. They're just gonna have to move the fuck on. It is a perfect example of like I don't know how the world is. Sometimes I say to myself, I'm like, why the hell are there even predator bugs? Oh no, not predator bugs. Why the hell are there even bugs that are killing like plants and shit? Like, it's just sick. And then I think that we're a predator bug. We're eating plants too. So it's like, who am I? Am I any better than the bug fucking my plant up when I'm planning on just fucking up? I mean, I could negotiate with this bug and say, "You asshole, you're killing it before it can produce its shit. I'm making it grow good, and I'm gonna consume its product." Big difference, but again, I don't know. I guess we're all fucking with the plants. you can, I can curse these bugs all I want, but I'm just as criminal as they are when it comes to fucking with the plant, consuming it and eating it. Well, fucking what fuckery this is. What I don't like is why do they have to kill so good? You know what I mean? They're too good at killing, man. They shouldn't have been created to kill so perfectly. These bugs, they're I don't know, man. They're crazy, dude. Like there has to be a balance in nature, and if that balance gets thrown off, man, you're gonna have some crazy shit happen. So, and that's kind of a big part of growing outside is the balance, and you have to balance nature and you can't just come into this shit blind and just be like, fuck it. You may have a good year, you may have a bad year, but if you go into it with some thought and better thought than I had, of course, I should have taken more precaution to this. I should have treated it as soon as I saw the signs and symptoms. Again, I think I even called it out in my video. I said, look at that. Leaf miner damage. You can see the trail it made. At that moment, I should have squeezed that fucker out of the leaf. I forgot. Like, I've been looking for these things. I didn't realize they were in the fucking leaf. You can squeeze the leaf and try killing them. And usually they come out of the leaf. That's what I've been told by this expert I talked to on the phone who sells the bugs. Yeah. Yeah. They're in there. So, you ever see that little squiggly line on your plants? You can squeeze them out. What I wonder why is, how do people get these indoors? I don't know how it happens indoors to people, but because it's a bug and it has to like fly around, so you could just kill it from like it must just be in people's I don't know, warehouses or something. But I don't know. Whatever. It's crazy. Also, the term leaf miner doesn't designate a single species of bug. The whole leaf miner thing just means it's a type of bug whose pupa goes inside the leaf and eats inside of it like a miner. And there's all different species of them, all different types, from beetles to fly-looking things, like all sorts of shit. Yeah, yep. So, moth-looking ones, wasp-looking ones, fly-looking ones, beetle-looking ones. Yeah, that's the whole situation. It'll be interesting to see exactly how this last treatment goes, and I'm gonna get this thing started. I'm going to end this live, play around a Fortnite, go out, turn on my sprinkler so it lightly starts washing this stuff off the top of the leaf, allowing it to breathe a little better and allowing it to run down. And then slowly over time, it'll come off the bottom of the leaf and the stem and everything else. And as the water runs, it's going to really shred up any these soft body bugs, man. They're not going to like it. They're not happy. I can guarantee they're not happy. Anything on the surface isn't happy. Underneath, would it be so cool if it absorbed some of this DT, but they don't have any proof that the DT can actually affect the ones inside the plant, but it sure the hell can affect it on the soil, or like the eggs on the leaves, or like different other stages if they come out, or even new ones coming to try to lay eggs on it again. Like they'll fly to it maybe, and they'll look at it and they'll say, "Nope, I don't want to go here anymore. You're covered in diatomaceous earth. Nope, don't want it." And then when I put the insect frass on it, oh, they're really gonna want nothing to do with my plants. They want nothing to do with it. But again, I have to wait till next Wednesday to be able to apply that, and even I might even have to do it Thursday. So we're looking at like ETA on the frass treatment next Thursday, which sucks. I know I hate it. It has to be like that, but it has to be like that. And that's why I've grounded and pounded it. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Now, I do have a tiny amount of Pure Crop 1 left. I'd say enough for maybe a half to quarter gallon of water. I could try to use that, but I might just wait till the new stuff comes in. And I can get that stuff. That stuff might take a little bit to get here, but I mean that stuff's pretty well available. I can even go on Amazon and have it shipped and all that shit. You can go to straight from the website. I like to go through different dealers. He'll tell me who to go through when I talk to this guy. And it's usually how I did. They claim they remember me every time, but I think he's just saying that. He's like, "Oh, you're the guy with the hemp farm." I'm like, "Shut it! I don't have a farm. No farm." He keeps calling it a farm. Like, don't have me in your book as a farm. I'm just a medical grower. I'm just growing for myself. This is no farm. You know what I mean? But it's funny. I think the guy's being respectful. Um, so, ah, like I said, you talk to them, and they can like they'll say, "What type of plants do you have?" And then they'll like you tell them, and they can even like change it or like alter it. I don't know. They were doing it for me last time, where I explained the problem, and then they were kind of like slightly changing the dose. I don't know. Or maybe they do that with everyone. They're just like trying to figure out what problem I have, and it's the same recipe. I don't know, but that stuff, if I do remember, should take care of them. I'm pretty sure it penetrates in the leaf. I'm pretty sure. But he also said you feed it and it systemically goes in. So he's talking about systemic treatment also. I could try spraying it with blue green algae, but again, we've been getting so much fucking rain that, dude, the blue green algae, people spray that out on Christmas trees before they transplant them because it helps them not perspirate or like it's a regulator of its losing water or whatever. It's perspiration. Like it does something with that. So like, dude, not a good recipe for all this water, you know? Not a good recipe. So I can't really do that right now. When it dries out, I can try that. But like I said, I got all the other stuff I'm gonna try, and after nailing it with this diatomaceous earth, I think that should do the trick. Um, I wish I could just get a little rain right now. Now that I want the freaking rain, I ain't getting the rain. I'm just gonna have to use a hose or something. I've got a mister on the hose that shoots a fine mist, and I can just slightly mist the tops of the plants and the leaves, upper parts, and just have it rinse all down, and then wash off the leaf, and it'll leave a little bit of residue on there too, and then slowly do it. And then tonight when it rains, and then over the course of the week, as the rain and the weathering goes, more of it will come off, and then as it's doing that, it's going to be shredding anything that comes in its path. And in the ground, it's going to be fucking things up and all that shit. So, this is going to be bad news for them. And, you know, they're going to wish they went somewhere else and they're going to go somewhere else, is what I'm going to make them do. They're not going to want to go there anymore or even fuck around in that garden anymore. And that's the plan, and that's the treatment that we're going to do on these little fuckers. So I'm also going to maybe I'll take the cameras around and film and show some other things going on other plants to see, maybe we can see if there's a plant in the yard that's really getting targeted by these things. So far, I can say the apple tree is getting just nailed by them. Like when you look at the apple tree, like it's got them, and it's got the damage all over them. It's got the damage all over it, right? So that's what I'm saying. The apple tree is fine because it usually happens every year with the apple tree, and it still grows the apples. Like the apple trees, for some reason, it's strong enough to handle it. Uh, like you would believe the amount of apples I've got on that tree. Even to have a bunch of them like bitten by these things, like there is a ton of apples. I'm just shocked. I need to show that tree. Thousands and thousands and thousands of apples on a tree. Just absolutely insane. Um, so they're about the size of a little smaller than a golf ball or something like that right now. So prime trips for these bugs to want. I'm telling you, they're gonna all go there. So the solution's been laid. The battle has begun on the offensive on my part. I am assaulting these leaf miners and everything else in that area. And like I said, the cloud of diatomaceous earth rose above my home. It was that large, and a entire bag of that stuff, food grade, or I should say animal grade, farm grade diatomaceous earth, and powdered. So we will see what happens. And I'm going to end this one now.